G'day guys. So we're on. So g'day, how you going? Welcome back to another one of Wednesday Night Live, having a chat with you guys. And tonight's topic, we're going to have a chat with the full drive community during COVID-19 with the lockdowns and everything else that's going on. I'm pretty keen to hear from many people as there is out there about what's going on. But we'll get into that certainly as we go forward. So if you just tune in tonight for the first time, thanks very much for dropping in and checking out the live. Tim Bates is my name, and Tim Bates Full Drive Ventures is my YouTube channel. Film all my travels and provide a lot of tips and hints along the way throughout my channel there. So if you want to certainly find out some more, jump on there and greatly appreciate if you want to check that out. There's already a stack of people already dropping in tonight, which is great. Damien, Brian, how you going, guys? Greg, Mark, Gary, how are you guys? Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. Gary from Dubbo, thanks very much, mate. That's we got up there in New South Wales. Stuart and Glenn. Oh, God, it's all coming in. Tim and Mitch. G'day, guys. Pretty keen to, certainly want to hear, where you're certainly coming in from and where you're living at the moment. How you're certainly dealing with this situation, what's going on at the moment. Bruce, how you going, mate? Great to see you. Thanks very much for coming in. Look, where I live down here in sort of East Gippsland, we've not been affected by the Melbourne shutdown, which has been going on stage 3 down there for the last sort of 5 weeks or so. But they're now going into, pretty much into now stage 4, which is pretty full on. And then where I am out here, which pretty much regional, rest of Victoria, whatever's left of outside that Melbourne zone, is now going into stage 3 as of midnight tonight. So it's all going on, and big changes going on. So look, I've been through one of the stage 3s early on in the year, so I sort of know a little bit what's going to be going on as far as what I've got to go through over the next 6 weeks. But let's hope we can all come out the other side by then. But pretty keen to sort of hear from you guys. Adam, we're snow country. Well, there's plenty of that fall at the moment, that's for sure. Brian, been enjoying your videos on YouTube. Thanks very much, mate, for checking them out. Some hints and tips. Thanks very much for coming and checking out the videos, mate. There's plenty going on there, and there's plenty coming up. So because of these lockdowns that we're coming on, especially for where I am, I've been flat out knocking out as many videos as I certainly can, get a few in the bank to get me through sort of the next 4 or 5 weeks, which is probably what I've sort of got at the moment. And then plus every Wednesday night having a chat with you guys. So, so pretty keen to hear from you guys. How you sort of travelling with it all? Gary, all safe here. Feel so affected with people down your way. Where are you calling from, Gary Johnson? Not sure where you're coming in from, mate. Wayne up there on the coast, thanks very much for dropping in tonight. High country, dropping in from Warrandyte. So, you're going to go into the regional lockdowns the same as myself. Shane, how you going there, mate? Victoria is screwed because people have no respect for others and don't stay home. Well, look, there's certainly been a lot of people, mate, maybe not doing the right thing, which is making it really hard. And, at the end of the day, we're not getting on top of this, what's going on down here. So let's really hope, by the time we come out of this, I think it's about the 13th of September, as far as stage 3 where I am and stage 4 down there in Melbourne. Let's hope, things really change and things can get eased up a little bit, which would be absolutely fantastic. Gay Ross, how you going there, mate? Where you coming? Good luck with Vic from us in Queensland. Look, thanks, mate. Greatly appreciate your support there, coming in from interstate. We're going to know a few people up in Queensland, been chatting with them over sort of the last few weeks, and let's hope you guys up there in the sunny coast, don't start kicking off what we got going on down here, because you certainly don't want it. Big fella from Bathurst up in New South Wales. Thanks very much, mate. So Bathurst, New South Wales. New South's got a few cases starting to go on, and see what happens with you guys up there. Bruce Fleming, you're in Berwick. Still working the essential services. Well, if you're still working, mate, that's grouse. If you've still got a job to go to, that's fantastic, mate. But I'm starting to hear a few cases. With what's going on, especially in my area, there's a few cases sort of ticking around down here, but it's still not too bad. So it's mainly down certainly further towards Melbourne where it's really starting to really kicked on. Derek Eastbrook, how you going there, mate? You're up in Townsville. Be nice up there. Hopefully everything's going right for you up in Townsville, mate. Cracking spot up there. Be nice time of year to be up in Townsville, that's for sure. And then the wet season will kick on a bit later on the year. G'day, Max. How you going there, mate? Thanks so much for coming tonight. Chris, trying to organise a trip from Walhalla to Wyalong and back for a week. As I'm MC truck driver, and man, it's absolutely a headache. Yeah, I bet it would be. I know a few truck drivers at the moment that are doing a little bit of interstate stuff and seeing some local stuff here, and and what they've got to go through, as you'd very well know there, Chris, we're getting through the checkouts, the roadblocks and that sort of stuff. It's pretty full on, but, end of the day, we've got to do what we've got to do, I suppose. And, let's hope we can, we can get on top of this and knock this damn thing on the head. Who else we got there? Darren, what's going there, mate? Enjoying the videos. Thanks very much, mate. Shane, always great to watch the lives. Thanks very much for coming in tonight. Greatly appreciate that. Dylan from should have done the same lockdown as New Zealand. Well, hindsight's probably a wonderful thing, but that's pretty much now what that Melbourne sort of zone is now in there, in that pretty much same lockdown what New Zealand went through quite a few months ago. So yeah, let's hope it works, 'cause I think it's worked over there. So let's hopefully we can get on top of it. Although they've had a pretty horrendous number today down there, so it's over 700 today. So let's just see how it all pans out. Max, been watching all your videos, mate. Thanks very much from Keilor. Missing the high country. Yeah, look, we're all missing the high country, mate. I spent a few days out there pretty much all last week, and I did a nice solo camping video, which I'm actually in the middle of editing at the moment. Have that up the next Monday night. We got away for 3 days there, just purely by myself. Some pretty cold temperatures. You might have seen some of my videos that I've been putting up there on my Facebook pages just of late, but that video will be up next week. Stuart, g'day, coming from Gippsland. Got Friday night off, long weekend for my birthday. Well, happy birthday, mate, for the weekend. Was going to head out to the snow. Sadly, I think it's someone said to me tonight on, I haven't heard it officially, but someone said to me tonight on Facebook that all the alpine national parks have been closed as of midnight tonight. Now, it's not an official thing. I haven't heard it, but probably fair chance that's probably what's happened after, same thing what happened, when we went into stage 3 earlier on the year, all the national parks and that got shut down. So fair chance that's probably happened. So, so you're not going to be probably able to get that trip going on there, mate. Jimbo, what's going on there? Your videos are keeping us entertained during lockdowns. Great work. Thanks very much, Jimbo, mate. Thanks. Appreciate the feedback there. But yeah, so, I've got away for the last few weeks. Got a few videos knocked out. And I've got a couple I'm probably going to do even from home here. If I need a couple more in between all what's going on there. So we'll see how that all sort of pans out. Land Law Photography, what's going on, mate? Feel for you, mate, with the lockdown situation in Victoria. Glad I do not live in Gippy anymore, but I still have family in Warragul. There you go. I was down in Warragul actually today, mate. So there you go. Where you moved to now, not sure where you're going to now, but yeah, look, stage 3, it sort of pulls you up a little bit, but it's still not overly over the top. Whereas, the guys down there in Melbourne, they've been 5 weeks now through stage 3, and now they've been smashed with stage 4, where, they can't travel pretty much outside of 5K radius of where they live. And, there's curfews on, you've got to be home by 8 o'clock, and it's feed income full on what's going down there. And, and I chat to quite a few of them, through personal message and that sort of stuff, because I know a stack of people down there, and plus I've got family down there as well. And, it's really full on. So, we can only hope that, things, we can get on top of this, and, and people can start getting back out again and doing what they certainly like to do. Leroy, even dealerships are closing down now. I've heard that about car dealerships. They're now got to try and sell cars online, unseen. That's certainly going to be a challenge. You might be able to do it maybe with a new car, it's not so bad, but the second-hand range, I don't know how they're going to go about selling cars online unseen. That's certainly going to test them out over the next 6 weeks, and hopefully that's all it is 6 weeks, because it could go a bit longer than that, but we'll just have to see how we go. Max, what's going there, mate? Still too many people working around. Back in Italy, everything was shut down. Yep, they did do a full shutdown, absolutely 100% full shutdown. So, yeah, look, mate, it's the thing with this, you know, we've never sort of come across this in our time, I suppose, and you know, we're just got to make it up as we go. And you know, I think the government right around the country and around the world, you know, they're doing as best as they can. I think they are. Look, you know, all we just got to do is got to go by them, and you know, because we've not dealt with this situation ever before, you know, they're just making up as they go, and hopefully making the right decisions. So you know, let's just see what happens down the track, and hopefully we can get on top of this. Here we go, Scott. There, Gus from Brizzy. Thanks very much for coming tonight, mate. Checking everything else that's going on. Greatly appreciate that, mate. From Making Trails 4x4. Greatly appreciate it, mate. Matt, what's going there? Are you going to front mount the intercooler on the Patrol? No, I've got a top mount on at the moment, and then I've got the big scoop on it as well. So yeah, so at the moment I'm very happy with the top mount intercooler on mine. It certainly works a treat. So yeah, got no issues at all with that one. Kath, yes, parks and huts are closed. There we go. Came through the Vic High Country Huts page today. There you go. So, which I sort of half expected it after what happened in stage 3 earlier on the year, you know, where everything was closed down as well. So there you go. So that's pretty much what's going on down here. Greg from Frankston, stage 4. Everyone is struggling. I bet you are, mate. And Frankston's my old stomping ground, born and bred Frankston. But yeah, I reckon there'd be a lot of people struggling everywhere in that zone down there, not just in Frankston. Certainly with that stage 4 that's going on. What else we got going on here? Making Trails, yeah. Our daughter is at Thredbo. She's racing back to Brizzy tomorrow. There you go. Yeah, because I think Queensland's shutting up their borders from what I've heard. I think they're closing up their borders from New South Wales and anything else around it. So might have to get up there pretty quickly, because I think they're going to shut shop up there. Try and control what's going on up in that way. Although I don't think Queensland's got a lot going on, but the big thing is, you know, let's get this 4-drive community. Let's get everyone back out in the bush as soon as we can. You know, we're one big community here, and there's lots of people involved with families and all sorts of stuff. So the sooner we can get this 4-drive community back out there in the bush again and enjoying it for the way we do it, certainly the better we're all going to be, I reckon. Big fella, I'm afraid there might never be a vaccine. Well, it's hard to know about that one. You know, I think they're working extremely hard on trying to get a vaccine going, and it might be still a little way off yet. But you know, I think there's been some early stages where they're talking about maybe trialing it out on a few people. So you know, let's hopefully we can get some good results on that and get this thing sorted out. Stuart Shell, it's going there. I wonder if they are grading the tracks, seeing no one is driving them, no ruts, and yeah, look. The tracks are going to be, look, they're in pretty good nick. Look, I've been out in a few of them, you know, just a blade around that Lacola area, and the tracks are all still pretty good nick, because, yeah, look, they haven't had a lot of traffic over, well, pretty much the whole year, really, with bushfires and then COVID and everything else that's going on. So, yeah, they're probably not going to have to do much grade maintenance over winter, but we'll just have to see. Depends how much rain falls, I suppose, and whether, you know, rain might, you know, damage some of the tracks. But at the moment, they're probably not too bad, I reckon. Scour, it's going there, mate. Saw them a while out, was out there for work. Yeah, righto. Mark Scott, I had plans to do Fraser Island this week. Yeah, well, that's been put on hold, I suppose. And gradually my trip got shorter and shorter. Now I'm thinking about camping in your backyard. Well, that's got really short if you're going to go to Fraser, mate. And that's a real damn shame, because, you know, Mark, that Fraser Island's absolutely cracking location. I've done it, and I've been up there now a couple of times, and yeah, I'll be getting back to Fraser Island at some stage, whenever that is. But absolutely love Fraser Island, mate. So hopefully you can get up there whenever that's going to be. But in the meantime, mate, you enjoy your campfires and swags or tents, whatever you're doing, mate. Set them up in your backyard and have a cracker out there, I reckon. Best way to go. Pilbara, I wonder what's going on. All the best from over here in the west. All of this is together. How's West? I've heard that WA are pretty much, are they down to 0 cases? I'd be pretty keen if you could let us know that, Pilbara Wanderer. But pretty sure WA's got 0. They've had 0 for a while, but it'd be pretty keen to hear if that's the case. Nat Atkinson, what's going on? I live in Brisbane. Borders are closed to all Victorians and Greater Sydney. And now New South Wales, ACT closed from 1 a.m. Saturday. Well, there you go. So, yeah, look, all the borders are starting to pull ranks. Well, Victoria and New South Wales have pulled ranks for been pretty tough to get across the border, certainly over the last few weeks. So, yeah, but there you go. Queensland's going to shut up shop as of 1 a.m. Saturday. There you go. Gary Johnson, yes, Queensland is shutting the border. New South Wales, ACT from 1 a.m. There you go. So it's all going to close up down there. Mr. Frank Walker, what's going on? I just hope everyone stays home so we can return to work travels in late September, October. Look, that's what we're really hoping, mate, by the end result from all this. Let's just really hope that, everyone can do, just do what we've got to be asked to do. I suppose it's in the day, whether you like it or not. None of us like it. We all want to get back out and do what we've got to do, but unfortunately, we've just got to fair income just toe the line and just got to do what's been asked, and hopefully by doing that, we're going to get the results we need to knock this damn thing on the head, so we can then all get back out and and start travelling like we like to go and do. Let's get in there. Rats 62. We all need to take care and beat this. Yeah, look, we all certainly do need to take care, mate. I've got a few masks. I'll show you. Maybe next week I'll get the masks out. But I've got a couple of masks here that we're all going to wear masks now. It's all a compulsory thing now to go wearing masks at the moment, right throughout for whole Victoria. And it's funny, I don't know why it's not a compulsory thing as a national thing. If the masks are that effective, why don't we just make this a national thing and just everyone just wear them? Because there's a few, New South Wales got some cases going on. Queensland's got a couple going up there. And so I don't know. Why don't we just make this a national thing and just, it's not that big a deal to wear a mask. And if they work, well, let's maybe do that sort of thing, I reckon. Mr. Frank Walker, I just hope everyone stays home and let's get that sorted out. Ross, so last I heard that they had one traveller entry the week of COVID-19. Well, let's hope that gets sorted out. Dylan there, the vaccine has passed its first trial stage. Well, there you go. I'm not sure where they're going to get to the stage, mate, where they're going to be really, really happy to start really dishing it out. I think we're still maybe a long way off, but again, I'm no expert on that, so I'll leave that one to all the experts on that one. Mike Outdoors, g'day mate, how you going? You're from Vic. Turns out we still drive here, just can't get out in the car. Yeah, look, we can still travel as long as it's, to suit. There's only four reasons now why we can go out as of midnight tonight, and that's, work and medical supplies and food, and but you still can only do pretty much general travel. You can't, going too far out of your zone, because that's what we sort of don't want. So, yeah, we're not as bad as what they are down there in Melbourne. G'day, Pilbara's come back. G'day, mate. So 6 active cases over here in hotel quarantine from overseas, returned travellers, 5 West Aussies and 1 from the East. Okay, so you've got a few ticking over there, but not many. We've only got 6. Well, hopefully that doesn't turn into some bigger numbers, going forward. But yeah, thanks for that feedback, because I sort of heard that WA was 0 cases and they were back to pretty much normal life as far as within their state goes anyway. But that just goes to show there, they've still got a few cases going on over there. Matt, you got to do what you got to do. Just wear the mask. Yeah, spot on, mate. We just got to do what we've got to do, and let's just hope everyone can do that same thing, and then we can all get back to getting our camper trailers and get our full drives and get back out camping again. That's what we sort of all want out of this. That's for sure. Dylan, They're trying to get volunteers for the second trial. Yeah, well, I'm not sure how they work out the volunteers, but I'm sure they'll certainly work that out. Mike Outdoors, what do we got there? Got D33. We can't leave our. Where are we going? Can't leave our zone. You're in Geelong, yeah, right, just the other side over there. So you're pretty much probably the same as myself, I think. In Geelong, it turns out that I can travel around 100k or so. Yeah, I think Geelong's probably the same lockdown zones as myself. I think you're just outside that stage 4 that pretty much all of Melbourne have been tied up in. Jack, what are you going there, mate? Have you ever thought about ripping out the back seats and having a bit of camping set up? Indeed. Well, funny you should mention that, because we'll see what happens with that very shortly down the track. I've got some ideas going on with the old back of the trial. But yeah, it's been in the back of my mind for a while, mate, because look, I very rarely ever carry passengers. I can nearly pull out the front passenger seat sometimes, but I might just keep that one. But yeah, we'll just see what happens with that one going forward. But yeah, the back seats could come out, mate. Been looking at that for quite some time at this stage. Wayne, Queensland struggling with people falsifying documents. Yeah, look, I'm hearing all that over the news, mate, and that's certainly no good when people are certainly doing that thing to get into other states, because that's not helping the case at all, and especially when they're moving into states, where there's not many cases, and so that's certainly not helping. So, yeah, not great idea at all. Mark Scott, quicker we put on our masks and the quicker we can head bush. Yeah, spot on, mate. We're I think I'm 2 or 3 days into now where I'm down here, and every time I walk out the front gate, whether I'm going to the supermarket or whatever I'm doing, yeah, on it goes. And it's just another thing now. If you went outside, you'd grab your phone or your keys, whatever. Well, now you grab your mask and off you go. So, no big deal really. So it's not that much of a put out. Gary Johnson, that would be good idea for everyone to wear a mask when they're out and about. Yeah, spot on, mate. Just everyone's got to put one on, and it's all good. Grand Poobah fishing. Finally got my daughter home from the UK. Geez, that would have been a bit of a nervous mate, I bet. Last Saturday morning from Wodonga after 14 days isolation in Sydney, as she could not fly into Melbourne, prepaid ticket 2 months ago. Well, there you go. Yeah, I think pretty tough flying anywhere at the moment, but as long as you got her home, mate, as long as she's safe, she's been through that couple of week quarantine period, and hopefully everything's all good. But yeah, we'd like to be certainly travelling overseas or be overseas and trying to get home at the moment, because yeah, it wouldn't be ideal at all. Tim the Seaman, what's going on, mate? Evening. Thanks very much, mate. To get us off to a doom and gloom, what's your feeling on the NP300? Any tricks for the near future? Yeah, look, I'm not really sure about that. I haven't really had a great deal to do with that sort of that model, mate. So probably can't tell you really much about the NP 300s. Yeah, not really. Probably can't really help you much about that one. Cos D2033, Mike Outdoors. I'm in stage 3 zone. Just put my first patrol last week. I'm really keen to hit the tracks and go for a fish. Not sure how far I can go. There is a site you can get on, and and it does really clearly. I should probably try and put it up, but it really clearly puts out what you can and can't do as far as stage 3 goes, if that's the zone you're in, mate, as far as travel goes. So you probably need to check that out and see where you can and can't go. Max, Chopper Tim, how you going there, mate? Thanks very much. Greg, for me, I dress up like in Woolworths and Bunnings. Well, you just got to, mate. If that's what you got to do, well, that's what you just got to do. So yeah, Pilbara, he's back again. If people aren't careful over here, it won't take long for as long as everyone just get back to normal and the shops are distancing. Yeah. Look, everyone's just got to do the right thing, and if you've got a few cases, that can blow out very, very quickly. So let's hopefully it doesn't for you over there in the West, mate, and everyone stays good. Darren, it's going there, mate. A friend of mine passed away from COVID 2 weeks ago. Please wear a mask. Yeah, look, really sorry to hear, mate. If that's what you're going through at the moment, certainly really, really tough times for anyone dealing with those sort of things at the moment. Mark Scott got pulled over by the cops in Warragul today. Well, there you go. For having a snowman on my bonnet. Didn't know that was a problem. Absolutely, mate. They are red hot on that. Where I have seen, particularly in the Mansfield area, you see a lot of cars coming off the top of Mount Buller there with snow all over their bonnets and roofs and that sort of stuff. And they've been pulling them up left, right, and centre. And the reason why they do that is because snow can fly off and off their cars while they're driving, so they look as an obstacle. So, yeah, you'll go every day of the week if you've got snow, a fair amount of snow still sitting on your car while you're driving around. They'll grab you every day of the week on that one. So that's why they would have grabbed you, mate. What's that? Got the mighty DT22s. Yeah, look, I've had a couple of D22s and they've been a damn good thing. So, yeah, see how we go on all that. Righto, we've got one last one there. Mark Dickinson, what's going there? G'day, everyone from stage 4 lockdown in Melbourne. Yeah, look, I hope you're going right down there, Mark, and everything's going all right where you are. And there's Shawnees in stage 4 is hard. No idea when we will be back out, guessing Cup weekend. Well, let's hope it's before then, mate. But yeah, it's certainly a tough time. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. But look, if you've got any other topics you want to have a chat about, put them in the comments down below. I'll rat through those and see what you guys want to chat about. Next week is a question that came through from last week's video, actually. Guy there's asked me, wants to have a chat about EGT temperatures and that sort of stuff. So that'll be a pretty interesting topic. I've got some pretty good thoughts about that on how I drive my patrol as far as EGTs go and boost pressures and that sort of stuff. So that's the topic for next week, next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. right here. So hopefully we'll see a few of you guys then. But thanks very much again for everyone coming in tonight. Greatly appreciate all your feedback. It's really awesome, hearing from so many of you guys. I'm really enjoying these Wednesday night chats with you guys. So drop in next week and we'll talk about EGTs, how important they are, gauges, that sort of stuff. It'll be a cracking discussion. So until then, guys, stay safe wherever you are. Get those masks on and do the right things, as sure you guys all are. And we'll see you all next week. Thanks very much again, guys. Greatly appreciate it. See you later on. Over.